Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Calypso Cigar Review Podcast, episode 90, episode 90. And if you notice, a little bit different setting, we are not at the Calypso today. We are at Stogies in Houston.
Stogies World Class Cigars.
Yes, and if you haven't been here, you should definitely check it out if you're ever in the area.
This is a must.
It is a must. Jorge and the gang are the best bunch of people. They're so just friendly. I mean, you instantly feel like you're part of the family when you're here.
Place.
Yeah, and they have a fantastic lounge, private lounge as well as a regular lounge for the other people to hang out. The other people to hang out at.
Other people they have a disease.
Right? Those Ebola guys go over there. But anyway, so we're here today, and we're going to actually review one that's an exclusive for this lounge. Jorge, unlike most shops, has done really well with Lanceros here because he loves them and he tells his clients about it. So he's actually had some Lanceros that were specifically made for his shop.
I want that Lancero sampler.
I know, it's awesome. And this is one of them. This is the Alec Nica Puro Lancero. So same makeup as the Nica Puro. It's all Nicaraguan Puro. And it's 7x40, and it's even got the little H-Town band on the bottom there, which you can't see because the camera sucks right now, but it's cool.
It says H-Town.
Yep, it does say H-Town. So we're going to get into this bad boy. Same setup as the Nica Puro. It's got the little tail on the end there and open foot.
If this didn't have a band on it, I'd think it's the Korea. It looks just.
I know, it does look a lot like the Creo. Yeah, and which, you know, we're a fan of that cigar too. So if you could find the Tempest Creo and you like Lanceros, give it a go. It's tasty. I believe we reviewed it way back when. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
I think we did. Did we? Maybe not.
We talked about it.
It's been too many freaking episodes. Yeah. We're at 90. So
closing in on a grand.
Closing in on 100, and then we stop it altogether. That's the plan. We just got to watch some cinema then. I don't know if that's true. We'll find out.
Well, what? We can watch cinema.
Yeah.
Watch cinema episode 3. Nobody else has. First two are doing well. Can I see that color?
Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, wait. Pre-cut retro.
Are you giving it a go?
I'm picking up nothing.
A little bit of spice, tobacco-y. Coming pretty fresh on the palate. We've only had a cigar and a half today, and it was a little bitty guy, and then I have another one. So, right. But we are, you know, in the biz now. So
we're not going to talk about that today.
We're not going to talk about today. We're going to talk about this
cigar
ourselves.
So you guys
and
got
talk about.
This is one of your extra lighters.
Yeah, go for it. I try and bring at least 5 lighters with me on the road, so because I know that people are going to run off with the damn thing.
A little spicy on the foot.
Yeah, definitely spicy.
On the foot.
Grab the one that doesn't work.
On the foot, on the shoulder.
So this lounge is alive with people right now, so you're probably going to hear some of those people in the background, but we're going to try and...
But not with the sound of music.
No.
Alive with the sound of
other
chatter.
people.
Cigar lounge chatter.
Yep, talking about their daily lives and all that good stuff here at cigar lounges.
Yes.
A lot of sports talk.
I could be left-handed again.
So first draw here. You ready?
It's tasty.
Wow. I'm already a fan of the Nica Puro, and this just takes it to another level because you're getting more of that, you know, wrapper and binder, less of a filler. Oh, it's tasty though. So we're gonna take a little break. We'll come back at the end of the first third and let you know what we think about the. What? We're not taking a break?
What happened to 10 minutes?
Oh. I thought we'd do like a. I guess it's not a fine, whatever.
We discussed this before the show.
We never discuss anything before the show. This is weird, me being on this side.
I know, it is.
It's weird.
I mean, I'm like, don't have it in my hands. You would think we could be able to move the thing over just a hair.
Like that? Better? The other way? This way? What are you wanting to? Why are we? This is going to be a great episode.
I know. This is the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Oh.
Pulling back of the curtain. There we go.
So now we're further away from the microphone.
Oh, we'll just talk louder.
Okay, so we're talking extra loud now because the microphone's further away.
We're doing great.
This is an awesome episode. But this is our first official road episode.
It is.
Yeah.
We've talked about place to do it.
We've talked about doing this, but it's been it is going to take some time for us to really get more road episodes, I think, because it's harder to get our schedule the same as it's harder than we thought it was going to be.
Just happen to be in Houston at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Houston, if you've never been, is Houston.
It is Houston. It's got a lot of traffic.
Very much so. A lot of traffic, and when you hit the town, it smells like dirty ass or gasoline. One of the two.
Like that Ron White line
Yeah.
where he says, if it were music, they'd make him turn up the fuck.
Yeah. That's Houston in a nutshell, yeah. We got to see some of the sites today. We went to Galveston. He'd never been. Or maybe when he was a kid he went.
Maybe it looked a little familiar once I got there.
Yeah.
But I would have been really little.
And, it's Galveston.
It's prettier than I expected.
Yeah. A lot of old buildings.
A lot of Texans kind of look down upon Galveston.
Yeah.
They say, so go to Corpus or go to Padre or
Yeah,
whatever.
not necessarily the best beach in the world, but it's a pretty little town. They got some new stuff there since the hurricane.
It
We
almost
can't decide
reminds
which
me because
hurricane.
it was so cold and windy today and dreary.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like we were on the upper East Coast, like in Maine or something.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like.
Had that feel to it, yeah. But we had a nice lunch there, and at this, what was the name of that place?
Rudy and Paco.
Rudy and Paco.
And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden I see a guy walk in, and I'm just getting ready to say, that guy's hair looks just like Lyle Lovett's. He turned around,
Boy,
and
did it.
was Lyle Lovett. It
It
looked
was
exactly like Lyle
Lyle
Lovett's hair.
Lovett.
Yes, it was.
He was there eating lunch with a lady friend. Don't know if that's his wife or a lady friend. I have no idea. 'Cause I don't know if he's married. Hopefully, yeah.
Or wife, because
Yeah.
she's really cute.
And
I think better looking than Julia Roberts.
yeah, and we had a good lunch there, and kind of, people at first were very respectful and didn't really mess with them, but then about 5 or 6 people walked up at one time and asked for
Well,
pictures and
one lady
autographs.
started it by saying, thank you for being a Texan, which I don't think he had any choice in that.
Kind of
That's just
lives
the way
here.
He was born.
Yeah,
So that's probably why he chose to be a Texan.
probably, yeah.
But he was, I'm not a fan. I don't dislike the guy. It's just he's not my cup of tea music-wise. But I've always liked him in interviews. He's always seemed very friendly.
Yeah.
He is that way. He's very genuine. We didn't talk to him, but we've watched his interaction. He smiled anytime someone acknowledged him. He posed for a couple of pictures.
Yep.
As we left, you said you were a fan. Charlie from Havana Alley, who we were with, just said, hey, Lyle, what's going on? He said, good to see you. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
He was
it's cool.
very friendly, very, very friendly.
We were-
Didn't look like we were bothering him in any way.
We were
shape, or
brushing
form.
shoulders with famous people today. Rep life.
Because we're big. We're talking about rep life. It's because we're celebrities in our own right.
Yeah,
That's why,
sort of, yeah.
That's why we didn't bother him.
It's like, hey, you probably watch a podcast, you know who we are, but,
people come and bother us all the
kind of a
time.
big
So it's
deal.
kind of like,
right? Yeah. Or
let's
12
leave it
watchers.
alone. Yeah. Scott Carnick and Jeff Hirschauer.
Yep.
That's it. Oh, and Jay Ison.
And we're drinking a First Street Ale from No Label. This was where they actually did the
Which is wrong
event.
because it does have a label.
It does have a label,
Yeah.
but this is where they did the event a couple of weeks back for Stogies' first big event, and it was a nice event.
Yeah.
And they make some tasty beers.
This is a must stop when you're in Houston.
Mhm.
There's other great stores in Houston, don't get me wrong, but this is a must stop.
And we'll highlight those as we get around to them eventually. And I think we're probably going to do this in Dallas as well. I think that's probably a plan for us. So
And of course, the show is still sponsored by Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge
Mhm.
in Richardson, Texas.
we do have to mention that, and the good group over there.
Yes.
The
When
new
you're in
people.
Dallas, go to Calypso.
And Richardson, yeah. And Arapahoe. Once you get up Arapahoe, you turn on whatever that other street is, Plano, and it's right there.
Yep.
Can't miss it. But you can.
Stogies is on Westheimer.
Westheimer.
Westheimer. I call it Westheimer all the
Just
time.
remember West Hyman.
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of,
Even on the road, we go blue.
Mm-hmm. Always blue, baby. Always blue. Yep. So,
Speaking of celebrities in blue,
okay.
you know that Land Rhyme song Blue?
Yeah.
Written by Bill Mack, who's a legendary DJ.
Yeah.
Here in Nashville. He and my dad were really good friends.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, very
That's
good
cool.
friends. And when he found out, the day that my dad died, he found out through another friend. And he called and had one of the most beautiful speeches. He said, he goes, I never considered your dad a listener. He was a friend. He goes, he was always welcome in my house. And so it was kind of cool.
That's way cool,
So,
yeah.
the
That's
guy who
very
wrote
cool.
Blue was friends with my dad.
That's awesome. Yeah. My dad was friends with Freddie Fender. And had to, hide him one time so his wife wouldn't find him when he was cheating on her.
Days to days. It's
Yeah.
a good song.
He was, hiding under the table. My dad's, kicking him and stuff. Good stuff.
And I had a buddy who had to cover for Mickey Mantle once.
I think a lot of people probably had to cover for Mickey Mantle. If the stories are correct.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. All right, so we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back for the second third of
spicy bomb so
It
far.
is the Nica Puro H-Town.
Burns a little off, but I'm getting a good ash.
My burn is fantastic, and the ash is good, and it's darn tasty. So he has quite a few of these. There's the Namacumbi as well, and what else?
Well, he did have the Florida Lancero as an exclusive. Well, wasn't an exclusive.
Yeah.
But it's not exclusive.
But he's
for
gonna
anyone
he's
anymore.
gonna put together quite a few more. So keep on the lookout if you're a Lancero fan, and you should be. Check out.
He's going to have it online
Mhm.
service pretty soon.
Yep.
I can get him that way.
Yes, sir. We'll be back. All right, we're back for the second third of the Nica Puro H-Town, the Lancero special for Stogies in Houston.
Stogies World Class Cigars.
Yep, the full name, yeah.
Yes. And hasn't really changed a lot, but it's still just the flavor.
Oh yeah, it's got that Nica Puro flavor. So if you're a fan of Nica Puro, you'll be a fan of this. It does taste a little different. A little different.
Well, yeah, because you're getting more binder,
Yeah.
more wrapper.
Mhm.
Nice. This is
That retro hell is spicy.
it is. I know.
Ow.
My nose is still burning from the one time I did it. Bring on the pain.
Oh my god, yeah, that's some pain right there.
Yeah.
It's a good pain though. It's a pain you want. It's a pain you need as a man.
I like it a lot.
Speaking of which,
Dumb and
Dumb and Dumber 2 is coming out.
Only it's not 2.
It's T-O-O.
No, just T-O.
T-O-O, T-O-O, that's right, yeah.
Even
Going with the
dumber.
whole Dumber thing, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I was a big fan of the first one. It's hilarious.
the first one is a top 5 stop down and watch.
Mhm.
As far as comedies, it might be the number 1 of the well, that 40-year-old virgin are my 2
40-year-old virgins,
definite
yeah.
stop downs.
Yeah.
And I had the movie memorized. And we're going to play a game here in a minute. We don't
Oh, are
play
we?
games a lot.
No, we don't play a lot of games.
So
Yeah.
we're going to play a game.
All right, what game are we going to play?
We're going to see who can quote the most lines from Dumb and Dumber.
Jeez. All right.
Okay.
You start.
All right. We got no money. We've got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off. Let me look at your phone for you,
What?
dumbass.
I'm not looking at my phone.
Okay. All right. I have to keep an eye on you. Anyway. We got, I guess it's true what they say. Old people, while slow and dangerous behind the wheel, can actually serve a purpose. Don't you go dying on me.
According to this map, we've only gone 4 inches.
I thought the Rocky Mountains were going to be a little more rocky.
Yeah, that John Deere's full of shit.
I fell out laughing in that scene in the movie. God, it was hilarious.
Was the thing about the one time we crossbred a bulldog with a Shih Tzu?
Kind of bullshit.
Called it bullshit.
Any interesting breedings? No, mostly just doggy stuff. This is going to be an exact quote, but I'm going to still give myself credit for it. It says, she wrote me a John Deere letter, something about how I didn't pay attention to her. I don't know, I wasn't really listening.
Can't believe we drove all around town in a single job in this town. Zip, zero, zilch.
Yeah, unless you want to work 40 hours.
Which I think most people in America say. Which is why our unemployment's so high. I'll give you 3-to-1 odds.
Oh, I can get you bet before the end of the day. No, nope. I'll give you 3-to-1 odds. Nope. 10-to-1.
10-to-1 nope. You're on.
You're on.
I'm gonna get you.
I'll think of something. I'll get you. Mock. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Yeah, don't do that. Look, I was smoking about.
Harry, I hope you're not using the toilet. It's broken. I'm just shaving.
Mary, I desperately want to make love to a schoolboy.
What are the chances of a girl like me and a guy like you getting up together? Like 1 in 100? More like 1 in a million. You're telling me there's a chance? Yes. These are IOUs. They're better than money. 250,000? I'd hold on to that one. We landed on the moon. Oh, look, they've got the monkeys on the jukebox. They were a big influence on the Beatles. I know.
Why are you going to the airport? Flying somewhere?
Slippy, Slappy, Sammy. Why don't you look at the luggage? Samsonite. I was way off. Check out the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out. What's the soup du jour? The soup of the day. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll have that. Yeah, I've got it memorized. I think I won. And
I'm looking at I am cheating, yes.
You're cheating,
I'm looking at IMDb. I don't know the movie that well.
Mine was all from the news.
Yep.
The noggin. Anyway, so interesting little trivia about Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
That's coming out. First of all, Jeff Daniels was on a career trajectory where he was picking parts that was probably going to get him Academy Award consideration.
Okay.
And so his agent tried to talk him out of doing it. Well, didn't work. Jeff Daniels wanted to do this movie. So Farrelly Brothers were interested. They thought it was a good idea. The studio went, no, pick somebody funny.
Oh,
They're
wow.
like, we think he can do it. Pick someone funny. So Daniels wanted to do it so much, he got paid $50,000 to do the movie.
Wow.
He was far more famous than Jim Carrey, far more successful. $50,000. Jim Carrey was offered $300,000. This is right when Ace Ventura was just being released. He was offered $300,000. He wanted $400,000. They offered him $350,000. He held out, wanted $400,000. They said, "Well, let us think about it."
They offered him $700,000.
Yes, yeah, they got up to $7. And then Ace Ventura blew up.
Mm-hmm.
Got $7 million. So they should have just paid him before he wanted to begin with.
Almost half the film's budget.
Yes, was Jim Carrey's $7 million salary.
And the thing about his chipped tooth, that he actually had chipped it earlier in life, and he had it removed. So he had that cap removed. So that's dedication right there, baby. Yeah.
But God, that movie's so funny. And the sequel, the trailers look funny. You know, they talked of a sequel numerous times, and that never came of it. But Jim Carrey finally called the Farrellys and said, "Let's do it." Oh, that was another reason that Daniels' agent didn't want him to do the movie. Was the Farrelly brothers were rookie directors; they'd never done anything before. So he thought it was just a big risk on Jeff Daniels' part.
Wow.
And Jeff Daniels stuck true. He's a dedicated actor, and he wants to play different kind of roles. And this was just a great role for him. Jim Carrey had said, nobody could have been my partner better than Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, they were fantastic together.
It was awesome.
This is a fun bit of trivia here from IMDb. Nicolas Cage and Gary Oldman were originally choices to play Harold and Lloyd. Can you imagine that movie with Nicolas Cage and Gary Oldman in it?
No.
Talk about two people that aren't funny.
They're not funny.
Nicolas Cage is funny out of just being weird. But
he was funny in Raising Arizona.
Yeah, he was funny in that.
You put him in the Coen Brothers movie and he could pull off some comedy. But Gary Oldman was funny in that one episode of Friends he was on.
Yeah. He was funny in Fifth Element. But yeah.
Trying to cut a steak with his hand. But no, that would have been horrible.
Yeah.
I might have told the story on the air, but I doubt it. Or I don't remember. And so I can tell it again. Jeff Daniels was eating in a restaurant, and Clint Eastwood was in the restaurant. Clint Eastwood kept staring at him, and he's turning. His wife says, "Why is Clint Eastwood staring?" He says, "I don't know. Did I say something about him or something?" He's like, "I don't think so." He's like, "I don't know." So finally, Eastwood got up from his table, walked over to him, gave him that Clint stare, and said, Jeff Daniels thing, "What the fuck?" He goes, "I like you in Dumb and Dumber."
That's awesome.
That is great.
Like, can I be in your next movie?
And he was. And he was. That was when he did that one with where he was the guy on the boat. Eastwood was the cop. What was the name of that movie?
I have no idea. Guy on the boat.
Jeff Daniels lived on a houseboat. He was Clint Eastwood's neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Clint Eastwood was a reporter who had been hunting after a serial killer.
The Gauntlet.
No, going after a serial killer and trying to determine who the serial killer was.
Absolute Power?
No, that was with Gene Hackman.
I don't know. You got me.
It's based on a novel, I can't remember. But anyway, he was good in that, and he got that part.
Because of that?
Yeah, because Clint Eastwood liking him in Dumb and Dumber.
That's cool.
So any more Dumb and Dumber trivia?
No, they shut down production because Jim Carrey had a gallbladder thing for like a week. So.
Well, that was when we got introduced to the Farrelly brothers.
Yeah.
And I love that they always have that one scene in every movie. They call it the gross out scene, where they push the envelope to the nth degree. And of course, the diarrhea scene was classic.
Oh, Jeff Daniels.
Oh my God!
Blew it out of the park in that.
Literally.
Yeah.
And since then, each movie they have to try to top it.
Yeah.
And I think they did it in Hall Pass. I think Hall Pass was the best one.
That was so bad. Oh God, that was awesome. Blood Work.
Blood Work. That's it. Yeah. So they were trying.
I think
they set it up perfectly because you're thinking, "Oh, I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen." Wow. Yeah. Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Watch Hall Pass. I like that movie.
They got a lot of good comedies in their canon for sure.
You don't want to have it seen all the way through as Kingpin, and I know it's
Oh,
funny, everything
Kingpin's
I've
great,
seen, but I've
man.
never seen
Kingpin's
all of it.
great. Funny movie.
I wasn't crazy about Me, Myself, and Irene. I like it.
Yeah.
But it's not up there with some of the other stuff.
There's moments in it that are really good, but
yeah.
overall it's not as good as
The
the other
scene
stuff.
after morning after sex.
That was classic.
That's happened to every guy.
That's classic. Girls don't understand that. Girls don't understand that scene, but every guy in the theater was laughing their ass
Oh my
off.
God. Yeah, I had to pause the movie and explain it to my wife.
Yeah, classic stuff. All right, so we're going to take another break. We'll come back for the last third of the Alec Bradley Nica Puro Lancero H-Town from Stogies
World Class Cigars.
World Class Cigars, the full name.
In Houston.
In Houston. We'll be back. All right, so we're back with the last third of the Nica Puro H-Town exclusive.
To Stogies World Class Cigars, which is where we are for our first road podcast. Of course, the show is still sponsored by Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge. And Matt and Jorge are friends, so he would not have a problem with us doing this.
Nope.
Matter of fact, we have his blessing. So good.
Always good.
Yeah. Jorge's a good dude.
So what are some of your other favorite Jim Carrey comedies? Like, what do you classify as like top five versus stuff that you thought was overrated? I guess
I thought The Mask was overrated. I saw it like right after Dumb and Dumber. Couldn't wait to go see it. Thought the premise was cool. Just too many special effects. Too zany.
It was out before. After
right after
Dumb and Dumber. Really?
It was made before. They weren't even going to release it, but they wanted to ride the Jim Carrey gravy train. So there you go. I like him when he's wacky, out there, funny. Funny. Like Liar Liar's great.
Do you like Ace Ventura?
Love Ace Ventura.
Yeah, Ace Ventura is great.
Did
The
not
first
like
one.
The
second one was awful. Yeah, I didn't like the second one.
Love the first one. Love Dumb and Dumber. Love Liar Liar. Love Bruce Almighty. Although Carell steals it from him at least on that one scene.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then it kind of falls apart. Then I start liking some of the serious stuff, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That's a good one.
Excellent movie. I like the number 23. I don't think you did very much.
It was okay.
I thought it was great. Different kind of role for him. Oh, you know what? The Truman Show is a solid movie.
I like the Truman Show. Okay.
It wasn't.
It was better than the Majestic, I thought.
I liked Majestic.
I didn't like the Majestic.
Sleeper. I like 1940s type movies, and it had that 1940s Frank Capra-like feel to it.
Yeah.
And I thought Martin Landau played a very sympathetic character. I thought he was great in it.
What'd you think about Cable Guy? Cable Guy fan or not?
Okay, I am, actually.
I like Cable Guy a lot.
And I expected to hate it like everybody, so I saw it like right when it came out on video, because I didn't go to the movies because everyone said it was terrible. And I thought it was great.
It's one of those comedies that I saw in a theater, and I was one of like 3 people laughing.
Yeah.
And then the other movie that reminds me of that is Grosse Point Blank with John Cusack. Like they're both dark comedies, and you have to be in that mindset. And I thought they were
and do you know
both
that the
hilarious.
Cable Guy is actually the first time you had 3 frat pack members in a movie together.
Okay, who were they?
Jack Black, Owen Wilson, and Ben Stiller.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's not considered a frat pack movie, but I think if you've got at least 3 of them in there,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
And that might even be the first time Owen and Ben Stiller teamed up. Because, because Ben Stiller was a big fan of Bottle Rocket, and that's where he hired him for the...
You know which one I thought Jim Carrey was great in that a lot of people don't even really think of as a Jim Carrey movie, but he's in it. He's not the primary actor. Earth Girls Are Easy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was a fun movie.
Vampire movie he was in? Once Bitten or something?
Yeah, that was the Once Bitten,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, he was funny in it.
Yeah.
Another cameo thing that was a good movie, he's just in it for a little bit, is the Deadpool.
Pink Cadillac.
Pink Cadillac.
He was the lounge entertainer in Pink Cadillac, yeah.
Well, he was the Axl Rose wannabe guy in the Deadpool.
Yeah.
That got killed first.
Yeah.
And actually had Guns N' Roses at the funeral.
Right.
It's kind of funny.
And he kind of plays that same character in that magic thing, whatever that is, the Chris Angel guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And people give him crap, but I thought he was the best thing about Batman Forever. I didn't like the movie, but I liked him.
He was the only thing good in that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
He really grasped the Riddler, at least the way I wanted the Riddler.
I agree, because it was funny, but it was dark.
Yeah.
He went dark, and it was good when he went dark, I thought.
I think he's one of those... I made the same proclamation about him that we both made about Carell.
Yeah.
I predicted an Oscar for him at one point. And he tried.
He got close with Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon.
But, and he should have probably, if he was going to get one, he probably should have got it for Eternal Sunshine, I think.
Well, there was Oscar buzz about the Truman Show until it came out, and then people kind of were like disappointed and didn't think it was meaty enough for him, but it wound up, solid.
Yeah, I agree. He's had some good films in his
I
repertoire,
can't remember
but
the last one I liked. I mean, Burt Wonderstone was okay.
I don't even think I ever saw Yes Man.
I got about halfway through it.
Yeah. Horton Hears Who was great, but it's a kid's movie, but he was funny in it.
Well, it's got Steve Carell and Gilbert in it.
Yep. Did you like Christmas Carol at all? Did you even watch
I
that?
didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I will.
Mr. Poplar's Penguins.
Well,
Yeah, that's
when you're going, no, I know it might be too soon, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's kind of where he's going the Robin Williams route, where the better roles are drying up, so he's...
Heck yeah, we want some wine.
That'd be great. We're being offered wine.
Yes.
We're not turning that down.
We're rocking the wine now because we just got offered the rest of the bottle of wine from one of the patrons here at Stogies, which is the kind of thing that happens when you go to a cigar bar or a cigar shop.
Lounge. You don't get that on the internet.
You don't get that on the internet. So definitely, visit your local cigar shops.
Yes.
Support those B&Ms.
Cheers.
And things like this happen.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's fucking. It's kind of a little sweeter than most caps.
Yeah, it doesn't have that tannin that you usually get with it. They're usually a little more robust.
Well, they've had it open for about hours.
Yeah,
It's been breathing. That's nice.
That's nice.
I'm not the biggest cat fan, but I like this.
I like cabs. And now I'm going to wash down the rest of that with my beer. Because that's what men do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't pour the beer in the wine, though. Don't do
That'd
that.
be bad.
I'm surprised that's not a thing.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they're not
beer
beer
spritzers.
wines. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's don't do that, guys.
Don't do that.
Don't make that a thing. Someone's going to make it a thing now because I said it.
Well, we've got proof that
Yeah.
came up with. And I was
So,
sitting right next
can you
to
think of any other Jeff Daniels comedies besides that have come out that you can think of that he does really well in? Because he's mostly a
Was
drama
he-
guy.
Oh, well, no, that's not a comedy.
So what are you going to say? Terms of Endearment. No, Terms of Endearment is definitely not a comedy.
No, but John Lithgow was funny in it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
And that's who I was thinking of. And I went, no, that wasn't Jeff Daniels. Jeff Daniels was a dick in Terms of Endearment.
he was a dick in Terms of Endearment, and funny in his own right in that because he was a dick.
Yeah. Was he in Garp or was that Lithgow also?
That was Lithgow, yeah.
also. Yeah.
So yeah, he's done a lot of drama, just a lot of drama.
Now, do you watch that show he's on?
Paper Man. That was a pretty funny movie with him and Ryan. What's his name? Ryan Reynolds.
And
Did you see that?
is that the one with Matthew McConaughey?
I don't think Matthew McConaughey's in it. It's the one where he writes a superhero and the superhero comes to life. Yeah, that's a pretty good one for him.
There's one called something with Matthew McConaughey, and it's really dark.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, but he's just mostly a serious guy with a lot of serious roles.
What about that one with shoot? Is it Gina Davis? Can't remember. I think that one was
My Favorite Martian. That's a comedy.
Who's in that?
I don't think I ever saw that.
No.
Pleasantville. Comedy. 101 Dalmatians. He was one of the thugs in that.
Yeah, okay.
He was actually pretty funny in that too.
But
yeah, for the most part.
a point right before about a Carrie movie when we got offered wine.
Oh, The Butcher's Wife. That was another one. He was kind of a straight man in
Yeah,
that.
he was gonna, yeah.
Arachnophobia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had some funny moments in Speed.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny. His two big movies from '94 were Speed and Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
His name was Harry in both movies.
I know, right?
That's not even a common name. Harry, you told me to. Sorry.
Was that your Keanu Reeves?
The worst delivery of a line I've ever heard in my life.
It's probably better than he did in the movie, though.
It's like, you shot me, you prick. When you shot me.
Harry, you told me to.
No, it's like this. Harry, you told me to. God. And I like Keanu, don't get me wrong, but that was just...
He is doing quite well with his latest, the John Wick movie.
Yeah, good for him.
Did well, and there was an article about it being the resurgence of the action movie and how he saved action movies. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a bold statement, but Something Wild, he was a straight man in that, but that was a very good movie, very dark comedy. Ray Liotta's epic in that, if you haven't seen that.
That's good.
Melanie Griffith, very good. Purple Rose of Cairo was a good one.
Yeah.
Kind of a pseudo sort of comedy. It's Woody Allen, so it's as comedy-ish as you get with Woody Allen.
What do you watch his new show? The show he's on?
I haven't seen it, no.
The radio station I've referenced a billion times hates that show. It's
really?
Boring. And I'm not an Aaron Sorkin fan at
No.
all. I think he's so preachy, so...
I agree.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to get through his stuff.
What's the word Todd used? Tedious.
Tedious.
If something you're watching makes you work, it's not worth watching.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and cut it at the heels and call it. Basically, good smoke. If you haven't smoked it, try it. If you haven't tried the Nica Puro in general, try that. If you want to get the H-Town version, you're going to have to come to Stogies and get it.
Yes, and
it's about the only way you can
come
get
to
it.
Stogies when you're in Houston.
Definitely do it. And don't forget to check us out at all the places you can find us.
iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, Podcast Land, Podomatic. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And we've got all those places you can find us. If you can't find us, you're not looking. All you gotta do is Google Calypso Cigar Review, and boom,
We are.
boom,
And
baby.
thank you to Matt and Jorge and the wonderful staff here at Stogies for taking good care of us tonight.
And don't forget to check out Cinema, our other show where we talk more about movies than we do even here.
Yes.
It's all about movies.
It's all about movies.
Boobs and blood and violence. And
Stuff.
great stuff that guys
Stuff.
like. Stuff. Yeah.
I know I have an idea now for Cinema 4. So.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
All right.
All right. So as always, it's been great smoking with you.
See
On
you
the
later,
road.
Randy.
See you later, Randy.